Hi there, and this is Miss Hill. If this is your first time, welcome and welcome to our couch talk. So, if you're new to this channel, please do note that I produce chaotic episodes. Why? Because my episodes are so raw, so I'm just speaking from the heart and soul. So there's no scripts and less editing, and as possible I produce raw, authentic stories for you. So yeah, I've seen there's some wasps in there. I really bet they're making some nests around there. But anyway, so please bear with the noise. Like we have all the noise traffic around, so please bear with me, and I hope that it won't be some distraction for you. So speaking of distraction, we talked about in the previous episode about distractions, how easy it is for us to be distracted to to do the very things that are important to us because of fear, the unconscious, subconscious fear that our conscious brain doesn't want to recognize. Yeah, so like the siren, it's like alert, 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 signal, signal, signal. So just like you, it's like a signal for you. If you feel anxious or fearful right now, if you feel anxious, that's already like some kind of fear. Because fear is like you fear something because it's really specific. It's there. The lion is there. Someone is going to kill you. Someone is going to rob you, or you're in a dangerous place. You know the fear. You know the fear because the fear is there. So whatever shape and form the fear is there, it's fixed. But when you're anxious, the enemy is not present, but you're already anticipating the enemy's move, even before the enemy is present. When the enemy is present, for sure that's fear. You fear that he will kill you, he will hurt you and all. Anxious, you feel anxious because you fear. You anticipate the fear, you anticipate the coming vague long term. This is long term, and anxiety is long term. And because of that, it's really important for us to identify these emotions, because what we're losing these days is the ability to identify our emotions as specific as possible. And because we don't value our emotions that much and that well, we don't know how to handle them when they come. And they come and they manifest in whatever, like outbursts, rage, anger. Because of all these frustrations, we don't know what we're actually feeling. But because we don't know what we're feeling, it's easy for us to feel frustrated, to get distracted, to procrastinate, to be like to use cover-ups. We use many, because we are creative people. We create creative ways to distract ourselves, to really prevent us from solving the very fear that we are trying to avoid. An example of that is not being able to recognize our emotions, because we fear that if we do, it causes trouble, right? And because we fear that it causes trouble, we don't want to deal with it. And because we don't want to deal with it, it's better to just bury it in the depths of our consciousness, although it's just there, buried. But as soon as it comes out, what will happen? You have this outburst, you have this reaction, you have this impulsive decisions that will lead you to even worse consequences. And that's why in the shadow work, it's really important to distinguish our emotions, like from happiness, fear, fearful, anxious, joyful, and what else? Sadness, melancholy, perplexed. What else? Why? Because we want to understand why our emotions are there. For sure, our emotions are valid, and our emotions are very valid. That's why they're there. It's not for us to question why they're there. Like, it's our responsibility to ask, why do we feel? Why it's there in a specific situation? It's our job to ask ourselves why we're feeling like this, why we're feeling like this, why we procrastinate, why do we feel anxious, why do we feel fear. And that's why, like, in my newsletter that I shared with my Writer Warriors community, I also shared about individuation. So individuation, it's a term that I call it. It's a process of being able to separate yourself from the event and being able to separate yourself from the past, present, future. It's like being your own observer, being your own prosecutor, if you say, being your own. Like, it's not like you're a lawyer, because when you're a lawyer, you're kind of biased to your client, right? But if you're a prosecutor, like, you're really seeing both sides, like you're the jury. You're like more like the jury than the lawyer, okay? Or the judge than the lawyer. The judge can be paid. I mean, setting that aside. So anyway, and I mean, like, setting that aside, it is our job to be our own prosecutor, to really see both sides of the story. And it's like asking ourselves why we procrastinate. At the same time, we also have to understand why we do procrastinate. What happened to us that we try to procrastinate today? So it's either like you feel tired, exhausted, burnt out. Maybe you procrastinate because you're not in the mood. You're not in the mood to do anything. You're exhausted. The weather's not right. So once you have all these reasons, and then you see from your outline, if you do journaling, once you write them, you will soon figure out that there are some reasons that your anxiety sparks, although the reason is so unnecessary. So for example, in my case, it's like I feel anxious or I feel fearful when it comes to social, as soon as there's a social thing, like camera, telephone. I never like telephone calls. As much as possible, I deal businesses with texts and emails. I don't like you to call me because I will not answer you. Okay, just so you know. So it's like, if you try to reach me, it's better to send me an email and text rather than call, because nah. It's like my fear again. So I'm working on that. But as soon as there's some kind of social, as soon as I'm not alone, even if it's just my husband watching me, like, just beeping, oh, I already feel that anxiety there. And as soon as there's some people, I feel that I'm not really comfortable. It's uncomfortable. So then I sit down with it. Like right now, I'm sitting down with it with you. This is really impromptu. This is really spontaneous shadow work journey. So just imagine that what I said is in written form. Okay. Okay. So if we follow this simple formula, look around and look within. So when I look around, that's like the external force. So anything you see, anything you hear, anything you taste, feel from your 5, 6 senses, That's your look around. What do you see? What do you feel? What do you taste? What do you feel? Right? What do you smell? So, like today, it's like I'm sitting here on the balcony. I'm sitting here on the balcony, talking to you, and I feel like. And by the way, like when you say look around, look within, it's like you don't have to have it like first paragraph look around and second paragraph look within. It's really like pair. You look around, you look within. So it's like I'm sitting here, look around. I'm sitting here, and I like I'm watching the clouds above me, and I see hawks all around me, like flying over me, and there's a sunshine, and it's a hot, gloomy. No, it's not gloomy. It's not gloomy. It's a hot summer day, but I feel, and I'm sitting here on a balcony, and I feel like I'm not able to really enjoy the summer. Like it's not like the kind of fear that will paralyze me, but I feel like some kind of anxious to even do something, thinking or assuming that people will be watching me, listening to me, and I don't like feeling of being observed by other people. And because of this fear, this subconscious and unconscious fear of being seen, my conscious brain is telling me to just go inside, hide inside your office, and do something else instead of filming yourself, although filming yourself is necessary because this is your way to speak to people. And because it's now I'm talking to myself now. And because since you like to speak to people, it's like it's necessary for you to even speak in front of the camera, just to say what you feel, say what you think, say what you want to say. But then deep inside, I feel like a joke. Ha 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 ha, smileys, XOXO. I feel uncomfortable to show the real me because I'm so used to being controlled. I'm so used to being in a cage where I really don't know myself so much, like what I'm really truly capable of. And because I'm not really aware of what I'm truly capable of, I rather sit down in my and hide in my bureau, in my office, because that is my comfort zone. I would rather procrastinate because I like to delay things, thinking that I'm not yet ready to film myself because I fear that when I film myself, I will not be able to control my mouth. I will not have the confidence that I need to talk, to speak my mind, and to share what I really think and feel about things. Because that's how I used to grow up, and that's how I think I will behave as an adult. So it's really honest. So if we ended, it's like, okay, really honest. So I don't know, like, yeah, what you just heard is how I wrote my journals. Okay, so that's like just free flow, like avoid, like I know rules are necessary, laws are necessary, like we have a lot of laws in math, laws in science, laws in lawlessness. That we make laws so much that we like to choke people because thinking making laws will make us powerful. And that's what stems from like you being like, for example, parents. They like to make laws in the home because it makes them feel powerful against their children. And it makes them so powerful that they like to control things because they cannot control themselves. And because they cannot control themselves, it's easier to control other people. Because controlling thyself is hard. Controlling thyself is so hard. Because we rather indulge in pleasure and the good things and the good vibes. Because it's easier that way. Right? So, but it's like, that's how I lived before. Like, I just see myself from the bright side. Like, I really don't like to talk about this like before. Like, I really find it hard to talk about how I feel and think about things, and I would rather just let the group speak for me. But although there are some circumstances where I could do it, but it's minimal. And right now it's like it's like a gift for myself, for my future self, that I will be able to speak my mind, really. That I will be able to speak my heart without problems. Because I grew up that way, like being controlled. So I know that I will be used to being controlled. And then when I do things that requires me to do something out of self, right? Like self-motivation, from the self. No one's telling me what to do. No one's controlling me. Now I'm caging myself, living inside the prison that I built now. So that's why I like filming videos like this and really recording my thoughts in real time is really helpful. It has really been helpful for me. Like last night I was watching myself 1 year ago. Like, I filmed myself 1 year ago, and I really noticed differences, because back then it was like I wasn't really comfortable talking to people, let alone talking to a camera.
So, this is Misil, and this is my first vlog.
Because I'm really just used to just being with myself and not even talk to myself that much. I'm not really comfortable talking because I feel like it's my fear. It's my fear to talk, because I was punished to talk because of talking. I talk too much and I talk way too honestly, that people punish me for that. And because I'm used to being punished for saying the truth, then as an adult, I tend to shut my mouth, thinking that it's better that way. It's better to keep the harmony than speaking the truth. So, if you resonate with this message, I hope that you will start to speak your truth and follow your truth from now on. I know it won't be easy. I know, and I truly understand how that feels, because it's really not easy to stand up to your truth and really believe in your truth and really fight for your truth. Because nowadays we have all the amenities and the accessibility we really need to just distract ourselves from doing what we're supposed to do. And part of it is doing this, being honest with ourselves and being able to talk about the uncomfortable. And I know that many people, a lot of you, or a lot of us, many of us would rather talk about the good things because it's easier. But we don't want to get real. We don't want to talk about the real stuff, the real deal, because it's heavy, it's uncomfortable. And because it's uncomfortable, for sure, we don't like to talk about it, for sure, not to discuss it in detail. So, but it's one way to sabotage. It's best way, I should say. It's the best way to self-sabotage, by not doing something, by not getting real with yourself, what is really going on inside you. So, if this message resonates with you, I hope that you'll find yourself. I'm for sure, like, you will find yourself someday. It won't be easy, but as long as you Get real with yourself, just like this, like the sample. Shadow work, so and so, quote unquote. The shadow work. That's how I structure my paragraphs, and it's like look around, look within, look around, look within, look around within. So I don't like to set so much rules because I grew up with rules and laws, and I once wanted to become a lawyer, but it's like a far-fetched dream for me. So, but life brings a lot of plot twists, and right now, yeah, I'm dealing with a lot of law. So anyway, I don't know where this is going already, so but yeah, I hope that you understand this chaotic message, and as always, I love you, I care for you so much that I wish that you care for yourself just as I care for you. And yeah, see you in the next one. Cheers.